Welcome to Variant, where we love comics more than I can't wait to see the X-Men and Fantastic Four inside of the MCU. I'm your host, Arris. Now, as we all know, the Infinity War trailer dropped several weeks back, and in it we got yet another glimpse of Spider-Man's new suit that Tony Stark made for him and we first saw at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, it hasn't officially been called the Iron Spider suit in a Marvel Cinematic movie yet, but us comic book fans know that that's most likely what the suit is, even if it doesn't look anything like its comic book counterpart. I do, however, hope that this MCU version of the costume has those spider legs that come out of the back, like from the comics and the cartoons. They just look badass. So badass that Otto Octavius had them on a Superior Spider-Man costume. Anyway, I'm bringing all of this up because since the suit is making its debut in the movies, I want to talk about its comic book roots, especially since it's easily in my top 3 favorite Spider-Man costumes. So let's talk about it. We first see the costume very briefly at the end of The Amazing Spider-Man issue 528, where Tony Stark is still in early stages of building it. It's then fully revealed in The Amazing Spider-Man issue 529. In this issue, we learn a lot about this awesome costume. But before I get into that, a little backstory for those of you who don't know. This suit was created by Tony Stark during the Civil War event, and at this time, Peter allied himself with Iron Man. With that said, in issue 529, we see Peter come into Tony's lab, and Tony says, "I'm almost done putting the final touches to your new uniform. I've taken the opportunity to make some slight improvements." Peter then says, "What's wrong with the other one?" To which Tony says, "Come on, Peter, it was just cloth." Peter then defends himself by saying, "Okay, granted, I didn't have anything else to work with." Then Tony says, "I know, but I do." It's at this point Tony breaks down several of the things he's done to his new uniform. Tony starts telling Peter, "I've incorporated mesh webbing that can allow you to glide for short distances, heat-resistant Kevlar microfiber that can resist small caliber bullets, built-in fire, police, and emergency scanner, audio and visual amplification, including infrared and ultraviolet carbon filters in the mouth area to keep out toxins, and a short-range GPS microwave communication system, all routed through a computerized control system in the titanium chest piece." Man, that's a mouthful. So needless to say, this suit is just a small upgrade from Peter's classic blue and red costume. But guess what? Tony upgraded the costume again later on with making the fabric of the costume now being liquid nanofiber that can pretty much disappear when needed, and vice versa. All by Peter just thinking about it. The suit can also change its look to resemble some of his other costumes, like his classic red and blue or black costume. Essentially, the suit has built-in camouflage to do all sorts of stuff. Also, Tony added 3 spider legs on the back that I think look pretty dang awesome. The legs serve multiple purposes, such as extra limbs and even cameras to display images in Peter's eye lenses. Eventually, Peter gave up the Iron Spider suit though when he switched sides and joined Captain America. But since then, we've seen it several times, like during the aftermath of Civil War when Tony gave each member of the Scarlet Spider team the suit. They were a team of heroes that took over for Spider-Man briefly. Mary Jane has also wore the costume briefly before, but more recently the suit has been changed to black and yellow and has ended up in the hands of Aaron Davis to piss off his nephew, Miles Morales. When you buy a domain name from domain.com, you get the power to influence and control what people find when they search for you online. No domain extension will help you tell your story like a .com or .net domain name. Domain.com is affordable, reliable, and easy to use. The guys at domain.com gave Variants an awesome offer. Get 15% off domain.com's already affordable domain names and web hosting when you use the coupon code Variant at checkout. So when you think domain names, think domain.com. But just like that, my friends, you now know more about the Iron Spider suit. But all I know is I can't wait to see it in action in Infinity War.